Happy Dinger Tuesday. We are coming off a winning day and we got a full 15 game slate. Let's talk some baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we have made it to Dinger Tuesday again. That's right. Yesterday, good day to start the week, 3-1. We will go over the bets recap in just a little bit, but it's Dinger Tuesday time. $20 to the winner. You guys know the drill. Leave a comment below with your favorite home run bet. But to be eligible, you must include the odds and the sports book. Otherwise, it does not count. If we have more than one person hit, which we probably will, the higher odds wins. And if there's a tie in the odds, the longest home run hit. And if there's a tie with the same player, we will do a Wednesday showdown. So let's have some fun. Let's go pick some dingers, that's for sure. But quick reminder, NFL season preview video is out now. 5 underrated teams, 5 best NFL future bets that I give out, and then Super Bowl predictions. It's just a lot of fun talking football again as we near the NFL season. So go check that out. But today, we got to get into it because we got a huge 15-game slate, and that means it is time for the baseball fun fact. So here we go. It's kind of a fun fact about this year. So we have not seen a Triple Crown winner in both leagues since 1933. But right now, we are awfully close to it in the American League. And by the way, winning the Triple Crown is average home runs and RBIs. You have to lead in all 3 categories. In the American League, Judge is second in batting average, first in home runs, and first in RBIs. He is oh so close to being first in all of them, winning that Triple Crown. In the NL, Marcell Ozuna, first in batting average, second in home runs, and tied for first in RBIs. The home runs, he's behind Shohei Ohtani by 4 dingers. So that's pretty crazy. It hasn't happened since 1933, where we've had one in each league in the same season. So anyways, in this video, we're going to recap yesterday. Nice 3-1 day, and then we'll go over those good and bad hitter matchups, and then we'll talk some arms with the good pitcher strikeout matchups and the entire 15-game pitcher report. And then, of course, we will finish it with our best bets, hitter parlay ideas, and the recap. So hit that like button, leave a comment below, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we're on our way to 28,000 subscribers, about to fire up NFL along with the rest of this MLB season. So let's get into the baseball journey, and it starts with the recap. All right, there it is, the 3-1 day. Mitch Keller threw 4 balls to 2 hitters, and that's all I care about. He got the win for us. Edward Scissorhands Cabrera, over 5.5 Ks. I think he ended with 8. That was a nice winner. I should have put more units on it. I absolutely love that added play today. And then Jaron Duran, a hit decently early in the game. O'Neal Cruz stressed us out. I think it was his last at bat, maybe second to last at bat. He got a hit, but got it done for a winner. And then, my goodness, the only single human being that kept us from the 4-0 sweep, Bailey Obear. That's right. Over that line in 10 straight starts, it does not matter. He got absolutely shelled. He was horrendous. Mitchell Parker did not record a win. That was nice, but that's all. That's how close we were to the 4-0 sweep, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. I will take the 3-1 profitable day every single time. There's the overall record as we now are near 0 yet again. We just need a hot stretch to go over that and get in the positive by quite a bit. But anyways, that's the bets recap for Monday. And now let's talk some good and bad hitter matchups. All right, we got 14 of these for you, and it starts out with some Yankees. We got DJ LeMahieu, 22 for 56 with 6 bombs off of the lefty, Patrick Corbin. Happy Patrick Corbin Day to everybody. The third one down, Giancarlo Stanton, 8 for 24 with 2 home runs off Corbin. And then down there on the left, also Gleyber Torres, 4 for 9 with 2 home runs. So we got some Yankees players, but Shohei, 8 for 27 with 2 home runs off Cole Irvin. And then there's all the rest of the guys. Connor Joe, that's right. Connor Cotton Eye Joe with the Pittsburgh Pirates, 7 for 13 with 1 home run versus the lefty, Justin Steele. That is pretty impressive. And then over there on the right side is a bunch of guys with 6 or 7 at-bats, including Cody Bellinger, 3 for 6 versus the rookie Jared Jones. So take a screenshot. Hopefully this helps you get some winners. And now let's take a look at the bad hitter matchups. And we got 5 of those for you. Starting out with Francisco Lindor, is having a good season, but 3 for 16, 2 Ks versus Eduardo Rodriguez. Naylor 0 for 10, that's not good last time I checked. And then Profar, Benintendi, and Ryan O'Hearn all 1 for 10 in their matchup. So that's what we got for all the hitters, and now let's talk some arms. We got 2 good pitcher strikeout matchups for you today, and it starts with the lefty Justin Steele of the Cubbies at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates have the absolute highest strikeout percentage versus lefties last 3 weeks at 33.5%. Steele, 125 Ks and 123 innings. He had 3 and 7 Ks versus Pittsburgh earlier this year. I don't put much into it. Steele wasn't the same pitcher then. That was all the way back in May. But he does have now 6 or more Ks in 4 of his last 5 starts, including 10 against the Tigers in his last one. He does have similar home road K splits as you see there, 24 and 25.6%. Second one, Logan Gilbert at home against the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays 7th highest K percentage versus righties the last 3 weeks at 25.8%. Gilbert, 162 Ks in 165.2 innings. And then as you see there, if you want to tail him, it's usually a little bit better for K props. If you tail him at home, 27.7% K rate compared to 23.3 on the road. He now has 6 or more Ks in 8 of his last 9 starts, and he has yet to face the Tampa Bay Rays this season. So those are the 2 good pitcher strikeout matchups. I know Crochet is throwing today again, but he throws 3-4 innings. I didn't include him. So that's what we got. Now let's take a look at the pitcher report. These are the first 8 matchups of the day. Only pitcher not listed here is for the Cincinnati Reds, TBD. It was Nick Martinez, and then I had to take him off because it looks like he may not be pitching. I don't know. I just have not seen anybody yet, but we got some okay matchups. But we have one extremely huge mismatch. It's Garrett Cole versus Patrick Corbin. My goodness. The Yankees on the -6.5 run line are plus 100. I'm just joking, but seriously, that's a huge advantage, obviously, especially with Cole throwing a little better lately and starting to find his form. Verlander versus Nola, not a bad matchup. We'll see what kind of form he's in. And then Justin Steele versus the rookie Jared Jones, who has missed some time with an injury and all that. So that should be a good one. But other than that, Schwellenbach's been missing more bats lately, as we've talked about. We've cashed a K prop with him, 28.2% down there, facing the Minnesota Twinkies. And then other than that, nothing really big. Cueto versus Herder is just a nothing matchup in my opinion. And then Lorenzen versus Gavin Williams, who burned me last time. Well, almost burned me. We had an under 5.5 case prop, and we hit on him after he had 4 in the first 2 innings. But anyways, that's what we got. Those are the first 8 matchups. All the averages are on the bottom, so take a screenshot. Hopefully, it helps start your day for betting. And now let's take a look at the final 7 matchups. All right, we got some good pitchers here, including Dylan Cease of the Padres. You guys know misses a ton of bats. Been a little shaky lately, but he's going up against Miles Mikolas, a huge advantage for the Padres. I know I made fun and faded Miles Mikolas last start, and he threw an absolute gem against the Brewers, but Miles Mikolas is still who we think he is. 5.19 ERA, 5.05 expected ERA, does not miss many bats. He just had a lucky game, let's face it. And then Andrew Heaney versus Crochet. Sometimes there's value on the other team whenever Crochet's on the mound because the books kind of favor him, even though, again, you're going to get 5+ innings off of the White Sox bullpen because Crochet does not go deep. Logan Webb, who's had one heck of a season kind of under the radar, is going to go up against Tobias Myers of the Milwaukee Brewers. And then Roderick Munoz, Cal Quantrill. Expect some runs, and more runs in that game. Holy smokes. And then down there, Eduardo Rodriguez, he looked better last start, that's for sure. Only 16 innings pitched so far, but trying to find his old form. And then Springs versus Gilbert is a good matchup, as you guys know. Springs, still trying to find his form as well. But Gilbert's been pretty solid all year. And then Jack Flaherty down there for the Dodgers, going up against the up and down Baltimore Orioles and Cole Irvin, who I am not a fan of. I do not think he is a very good pitcher. As you can see, 10.6 hits per 9 innings in about 100 innings pitched. So that's what we got for all 15 matchups. And now it is time for the best bets. This first one takes us out to Philadelphia, where the Phillies host the Houston Astros. Phillies on the money line, -148. Astros on the money line, +124, with a total of 8.5 runs. I got a player prop. It's my best bet. It's a 1-unit play. Give me Aaron Nola under 5.5 Ks at -125 on DraftKings. I do not understand this line. I know, what could go wrong when that's my first thing I say, huh? But Aaron Nola, slightly above average K pitcher. That's all he is. So let's just get that out of the way. He does not miss a ton of bats. He's coming off a 5-strikeout game versus a very high strikeout team in the Atlanta Braves. Now, as you can see here with Outlier, and by the way, if you're not a part of Outlier, what are you doing? Click that link below. Go try the free trial. It is extremely helpful. One-stop shop for all your betting research. But he is under in 5 of these last 5 starts. He's also now gone under in 6 of his last 7 starts. You'd love to see that. So the last 5 people have it. That's obviously not the only reason I make bets. But now facing an Astros offense, they have the 7th lowest K rate versus righties in the last 3 weeks. You guys know this team does not strike out a lot. They are under 20%. Over the course of the season, same thing. 4th lowest in the MLB at 19.5%. 15 of the last 20 righties have gone under this line versus Houston. And the wild thing is, is 19 of the last 20 have 6 or less. That's right. So even 4 of those 5 that went over only had 6 right on the hook. Corbin Burns is a pitcher who's pretty good. Had 2. Nick Pivetta, 2 strikeouts. Paul Skeens and Zach Wheeler, 2 guys that are a much better strikeout pitcher than Aaron Nola. Both had 6 on the dot versus the Astros. I'm not sure why we're getting a playable line at 5.5 for the under, but now, it looks like Bregman and Alvarez, I think, are back now. I didn't check the exact box score if they played yesterday. I think they did. So if so, that's huge. So let's check out this screenshot from Outlier too, which is another helpful part. Here are their K rates versus righties for the Astros players. Guys, this is insane. As a Mariners fan, this doesn't make sense. How you can have so many players not strike out. Yainer Diaz, 15.7%. Altuve, 17.9%. Bregman, 15%. Pena 18.9, Singleton 25.4, really the only everyday player that's even over 19%. It's insane. Yordan Alvarez 13% and Mauricio Dubon 12.6%. Just absolutely loaded up and down with guys who do not strike out against righties. And like I said, 15 of the last 20 have gone under for that reason. So I just think the number's too high. Give me Aaron Nola under 5.5 Ks and hope he does not turn into Nolan Ryan like Joe Musgrove did when we took his under. But that is my first best bet. This second best bet is a player prop parlay. Let's go back to that pitcher strikeout matchup. Give me Justin Steele over 5.5 Ks and Patrick Corbin no to record a win. Put that together, minus 122 on DraftKings. This is a 1-unit play as well. Now let's talk about Justin Steele over 5.5 Ks. We did talk about this a little bit in the pitcher K matchups, but I will repeat a few of the things since I know some of you may have fast forwarded through it. But he's in an absolute groove right now. He's given up 2 earned runs or less in 7 of his last 9 starts. He has 6 or more Ks now in 4 of his last 5 starts, including 10 versus the Detroit Tigers in his last start. And the only miss, by the way, out of the 4 of the last 5 was because it was a rain delay and he was taken out after 2 innings against the Blue Jays. He already had 3 Ks versus the Blue Jays as well. K percentage on the road, or K rate, 25.6%. In the last 3 games, not including that rain-shortened one, he got 19 whiffs against the Tigers, 14 against the White Sox, and 12 whiffs against the Cardinals. And he now faces the highest strikeout team in the last 3 weeks versus lefties, like we mentioned. The Pirates are crushing it, 33.5%. They're also the 4th highest K rate team over the course of the season versus lefties. So it's not just like a last 3 weeks team or kind of thing. They have actually struggled all season long. Now, 5 of the last 6 lefties have gone over this line versus the Pirates, and not only gone over, they have blown this out of the water. And in fact, out of those 5 of the last 6, 5 out of the last 6 have gotten 7+. 5 out of the last 6 have gotten 8+ Ks. That's how bad it has been. Nick Lodolo, 9 Ks. Andrew Heaney, 8. Cody Bradford, 8. Yes, that's right. Those 3 got 8 and 9. Martin Perez, 8 Ks. Framber Valdez, 10. It has been absolutely insane. The only miss was Jordan Montgomery, but he couldn't strike me out 6 times. He is really bad this year. And as you can see by this screenshot from Outlier, click that link below. Tons of guys are over 23% K rate versus lefties on this Pirates team. Brian Reynolds, Triolo, De La Cruz, Rowdy Tellez, Gonzalez, and then O'Neill Cruz. How about a 33.1% K rate versus lefties? There are a ton, and I mean a ton, of opportunities to just get 6 Ks. I like Justin Steele to make it the 6th lefty out of the last 7 to get 6+ Ks, maybe ladder it up. Maybe he gets 8+ Ks like everyone else did. And then the second leg, it's going to be the shortest leg of a parlay I've ever talked to you about. Patrick Corbin, we know about him. He has 3 wins in 26 starts. He is facing the Yankees and Garrett Cole. If he records a win in this game, I'm going to find a new hobby. That's all there is to it. So that's the 2 legs, and that is my second and final best bet. More added plays will be in the pinned comments on X and on Discord. Don't want to try to stay up super late and force a third bet. It's been working, so I'll make sure I add more plays in the morning. But that's what we got for the best bets and all the research help, and now it's time for the hitter parlay ideas. All right, let's stay hot. Our hitter parlay ideas went 4-0 yesterday. That's right. That was awesome to see. Now, the first one, Yankees hitters. I'll mention a couple just because, but they're facing Patrick Corbin, guys. Gleyber Torres hitting .333 last 7 days, 4 for 9 off Corbin. Aaron Judge crushes everyone. Duh. Giancarlo Stanton hitting .333 off Corbin with 2 home runs. Those are just some options. The whole lineup might get a hit. Let's be honest with you. And then the second one, Elly De La Cruz of the Reds, hitting .417 in the last 7 days. He hits better versus righties at a .283 clip, and he's facing righty Mitch Spence. giving up over 9 hits per 9 innings. He also really struggles on the road with a 5.63 ERA on the road. I like Ellie to stay hot. The third one, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's right, we're going back. He's on a roll again, guys. He's been unbelievable, hitting 429 last 7 days, carrying my fantasy team. Facing Cooper Criswell, giving up almost 10 hits per 9 innings, a 287 average versus righties. And then Vlad, obviously, we just know he's crushing the ball. He's going to be playing at Fenway Park, a great hitter's park. And then after Cooper Criswell, which I don't think he's going to go very deep in the game, is going to be a Red Sox bullpen that just absolutely stinks. So that's a good one. And then the fourth one, kind of under the radar one, Colt Keith hitting 387 in the last 7 days now. He's been on a roll. He is facing 74-year-old Johnny Cueto, who has given up 8 hits, and that's his only start. So he's had 1 start so far, 8 hits, and now Mr. Colt Keith, 2+ hits in 4 of his last 5 games. He is absolutely rolling. He is on a 9-game hitting streak. It's just another hot bat that we can ride. So Colt Keith, Vladimir Guerrero, Ellie De La Cruz, and the entire Yankees lineup are my 4 or more than 4 hitter parlay ideas. So thank you guys for listening to all the research and all the numbers. And now let's check out the recap. There we go. 2 bets so far, both 1-unit plays for me. Aaron Nola under 5.5 Ks at -125. And then we have another case prop, Justin Steele over 5.5 Ks, and Patrick Corbin no to record a win. That is the juice reducer at -122 on DraftKings. That's all I got for you today. Thank you guys for listening. Again, if you're ready to talk some football and all that, go check out our NFL season preview video out now. But hope everyone has a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you soon.